Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Reecee News. And first up we have today is some issues involving Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because there definitely seems to be some problems involving this game, because they definitely seem to be rushed. Because the scope of this game is fairly large, since it's aiming to be an open world game and everything, and they likely did not get a lot of development time, since probably the earliest the start of development was like 2020 after the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. That's probably like I know that's just a guess. That's definitely not like sourced or when it actually started or anything, but that's probably the best guess of when it started development. So it probably did not get a lot of time for this game and everything. So yeah, it's definitely, there's a lot of issues that are starting to pop up. Like, there's a lot of jankiness and different things in the world of the game that people have been noticing on Twitter that have been popping up. It just looks absolutely ridiculous. Like I can't believe they're continuing to do this. Like, they won't, like, they definitely don't have enough development time. They have to push out these games to a certain deadline. And it's just disappointing. And it's almost funny, like, how much they're messing up in this game. It seems like in a lot of areas, they're, like, there's definitely, not a lot of polish. They're definitely not really, polishing this game that much. It just graphically, it looks pretty subpar compared to the other Nintendo Switch games. And then another funny thing that I've noticed that someone posted on Twitter a couple days ago was the eating sandwich animation, and wow, that was absolutely ridiculous. Like, basically it shows a sandwich in the background, like a static image, and then it shows the trainer like biting in front of it. It looks so goofy. It's just like, I can't believe they actually approved that for the game. I mean, at this point, it's not too surprising, but still, it's just so ridiculous. And then after that, it just shows like the Pokemon just floating in the air doing this one animation, and it's just so goofy. It's so ridiculous. Like, this is the biggest media franchise in the world, and they have animations like this. Like, it's so, like, I can't believe they actually are doing this. Like, it's so weird, and it's weird. It doesn't even seem, I mean, I thought it was intentional. I thought they were, like, doing that as a joke at first, but apparently it's just, like, to save time and everything, to just do, like, a simple animation and everything. At least that's what it seems to be. I mean, it almost looks like a joke. Like, when you watch it, it's just, like, it's just laughably bad. I can't believe they, like, approved this and everything. Like I said, it's just insane how they're getting away with low quality animations like this. And like, all of Nintendo's other IPs and IPs like connected to Nintendo, most of them don't really have this problem. Like, only really Pokemon, because of like strict deadlines in getting these games out quickly. And it's just unfortunate that this series has to suffer. Like, ideally, I feel like these games should be released every 4-5 years, like Mario and Zelda, maybe even longer. Because, like, especially considering the scope of this game, because it's marketed to be an open world game. And open world games should definitely get a substantial development time, I feel. And I feel like these deadlines really shouldn't be in place anymore, like, if they happen to be in place, because it really does seem like they're trying to push these games out to a certain point. And just overall, it's kind of sad to see that these games aren't getting enough development time and they're definitely being rushed. I'm still planning on getting this game, just because I want to review it. I've just been interested in reviewing this game because I've been pretty intrigued. Both, like, with things that look interesting in this game to me, like the overall direction of the game, which I do find to be interesting, but there's also just a lot of jankiness and a lot of weird things in this game that I wanted to talk about in the review. So, yeah. So anyways, that's basically what has been happening with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And next up, there is an update for Pac-Man World Re-Pac. And yeah, this game is really good, and I'm glad that the Pac-Man World series is finally back. But this update definitely improves the game a lot. It fixes a couple of my main issues with the game. Like, even though I really enjoyed this remake, I feel like the music kind of fell flat. Like, they had really weird remixes, and a lot of songs were compressed. But they actually fixed that issue in an update, and basically all of the songs now are to a pretty good quality. Like, they all sound pretty good now. Like, they're either the uncompressed versions, and then the versions that don't have an uncompressed song and everything, they replaced with remixes that actually sound pretty good. So yeah, they definitely fixed the music here in this update, and even though it's a bit weird that they waited this long to update the game with music and everything, I think the music was probably an issue with budget or time restraints. Like, I know I mentioned that I just had a problem with that with Pokemon and everything, but with Pac-Man World Re-Pac, it's definitely made by a smaller team with a smaller budget and everything. But what they did do was great with the remake and everything, but I'm glad that they were able to get the feedback from the fans, actually add in the uncompressed and better remixes for the music. They also added a jukebox for a little DLC thing that you can get. Even though it's a little unfortunate that you have to pay for it, it's nice that they do have the option now to like listen to these and everything. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool how they updated this game. And they also added the credits for the original team for Pac-Man World, like the original game. So I think it's pretty cool that they also updated the credits and everything. That's definitely something that should have been updated and everything. So yeah, that's really good that Pac-Man World got an update, and it's good that they're listening to the feedback from the fans, and I hope we eventually get a Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server if you want to. Goodbye.